Welcome to 2004 Podcast Odyssey. I'm Javon Gordon.
I'm Bobby DeVore. Today we're doing something a little different.
We're doing a trip through the film canon.
Yeah, I guess we are, technically.
Starting on that.
Are we starting with the first film ever?
No.
Oh, okay.
The film we don't mean every movie. I mean like the great films.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk
about... Or at least
the
ones that are on Criterion.
Today we're going to talk about Birth of a Nation and how it relates to today.
Honestly, I hate that.
Like as a film or for what it stands for?
For what it stands for.
Oh, so you
I don't like watching it that much because, again,
yeah,
super racist as fuck.
So you hate the birth of cinema, is that correct? You hate the birth of modern cinema. Just admit it.
Yes, I wish we had stuck to the...
you can't set...
the 20-minute shorts of trains passing and shit. People kissing and...
You can't get past the fact, that your entire race of people were subjugated.
It happened hundreds of years ago, man. Get over it.
You just can't put that aside to enjoy a piece of art, can you? I'm joking.
I'm not sure what to call this series.
We could just
film studies? 2004 film studies.
I can't think of anything. I feel like film studies is a little too boring, a little too generic.
There's a podcast already that has Cinema Club in the title.
Okay.
But I don't want to do that.
2004 door Cinema Club. 2004 Cab for Cutie.
2004 Eat World. Kino. 2004 Kino.
Catch 2004, which actually kind of works because Catch 22 was a movie, right?
It was a
film.
No,
okay.
What's this?
That is a mouthpiece for my vaporizer. Normally I don't use that one, but I used it a while back.
All right,
we've
stopped touching things on Bobby's.
We've spent 3 minutes now on a video, on a literally a podcast about a movie. We haven't mentioned what movie it actually is,
and we never will. The movie is The Passion of Joan of Arc by Carl Theodor Dreyer,
or in French, La Passion Jean d'Arc. La Passion de Jean d'Arc. La Passion de Jean d'Arc.
Yeah.
We spent like 30 minutes trying to teach each other how to say that.
We did. We wasted so much time.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this the day after. We're trying to do it the night of.
We were trying to do it the night of, but we spent too much time watching the movie.
Just pausing every 5 seconds to do some stupid shit.
Also, there was a lot of shit we had to look up.
Yeah.
A lot of big words.
Yeah.
A lot of big words I didn't know in English, nonetheless in French.
Danish. I haven't been to church in a long, long time, and Bobby's never been to church.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I will say, the one time I did go to church, they did burn this lady at a stake, and I can say that this film was very, very accurate.
Yeah.
To what happened.
Yep.
That lady just made out with a girl at one party.
It's hardcore. Mm-hmm. Some pretty hardcore shit. 10 out of 10 would go again.
10 out of 10 would worship again.
This movie is about the trial of Joan of Arc.
Yeah, which is weird. So what's fascinating about this is it is kind of just a slice of a story.
Yeah.
Because so much happens before
she
gets to trial, that we don't get any of.
It's just a trial. It's in a biopic. It's just a trial.
And it's, honestly, if you don't go into it knowing anything about Joan of Arc, you really have no clue what's going on.
I mean, it does explain a little bit.
Over time, yeah.
Yeah.
You learn, as...
And they got that opening scrawl.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Told you about the Federation and the Resistance and the
I didn't
the Death Star and all. Dun, 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 dun. Joan was on Alderaan fighting. It's a French silent film from 1928.
So
directed by Danish filmmaker Carl Theodor Dreyer. He was invited by the French government to make a film about Joan of Arc's trial.
Oh, okay. So here.
No, he was invited by a film society, Société Générale
de Film.
Alright, chose to make a film about Joan of Arc due to how she recently became popular again.
Oh, okay.
She made a comeback. He was like, "I'm back, baby."
So it's fascinating to me. It took me a little bit to wrap my head around the fact that it's a Danish director.
Yeah.
But the movie is French.
Yeah.
Was it shot in Danish? Did they do it in Danish?
I don't see anything about that.
Let's see.
It was released in Denmark first. before it's released in France.
So, really quick, what is the difference between intertitles and subtitles?
Intertitles are because there's no dialogue in the movie.
And subtitles are when there's dialogue?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never really watched any silent film.
Yeah.
So.
Interstitials, you'll only hear about that if there's no sound, if there's like no sound in the movie in the first place.
Okay.
And this is how they express dialogue.
So I guess we should also state we watched it on Criterion.
The beautiful, crystal clear Criterion restoration.
And I guess, so the reason I bring that up is because it doesn't have its own score. It had multiple scores.
Yes.
So what we watched it with was accompanied by the music that Criterion chose.
Yeah, but we can look up its right musical accompaniment since 1968. Gotta say whatever the version we got on Criterion was somewhere. Yeah. It says Richard Einhorn wrote an Oterio based on the film titled, I don't know, Voices of Light. This piece is available as an optional accompaniment. Okay, so I don't know. That may or may not be the one we got.
So check that one out.
Yeah, but I feel like that might have been the live experience you had to be there for.
Oh, yeah.
It says Nick Cave and the Dirty Three played a live soundtrack to the film at the National Film Theatre in London.
So were the Dirty Three what grew from the Bad Seeds?
Wait, the Bad Seeds is his group. I don't know what the Dirty Three is. I think it might have been some band he performs with occasionally.
Did you put the joke together a little bit?
Oh, three dirty bad seeds? Is that the joke?
That grew from the Bad Seeds?
Yeah.
That was the joke, yeah. Alright. Indie rock outfit Joan of Arc.
Yeah, it's like, we have to do this.
You kind of have to if your name's Joan of Arc. So...
A lot of indie bands have done soundtracks accompanying this film.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Also makes a lot of sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what score we got it with.
I can look it up.
Yeah, you should look that up. And it's kind of interesting. Like, I would be interested in watching this movie with a different score, just to see how it affects it.
Yeah.
I will say this score, the one specifically that we watched, very, very, I don't want to say striking. It was,
I mean, if it struck you, it was striking. You liked it. You were bobbing your head. You were headbanging for some reason. You did the devil horns.
Yeah, I was into it. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very good score.
Yeah.
It was top score of its class.
Yeah.
And
it's Voices of Light.
What?
It's Voices of Light.
What is that?
That's the version that we listened to from 1995. Dude, it's the set. We just looked at it on musical accompaniment since 1990.
So
it's the Richard Einhorn one above the Nick Cave.
Oh, 94. Okay. Huh. Horatio?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oratorio?
That's why I think it's Oratorio. I don't think it is.
So Richard Einhorn wrote something about Horatio Sands based on the film Voices of Light. So that's interesting. This is based on the film of Voices of Light.
No, it was based on the film. Based on this movie, it's called Voices of Light. The composition is called Voices of Light. It's meant to accompany this film.
Okay, now I'm understanding. All right. So we're in the new studio here, and I'm having some trouble reading on the screen.
We're just reading the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, but it's like 8 feet away from me.
You need glasses?
I mean, that is kind of tiny text if you look at it compared to the rest of the screen, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I can see it pretty clearly.
Yeah, but fuck you. That's
I got superior black vision. I can see right through your bones right now, bro.
Okay.
So, La Passion de Joan. It's about her trial, and it's a bunch of church authorities.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking monks.
Yeah, just like torturing her, like interrogating her for the majority of the movie. Just being dicks, and then there's like one nice dude. But even he's sort of a dick. So he's like helping, not really, like, you know.
Well, like,
they're all loyal to the English. They're all
the English
French.
Church.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point in time in France, I guess the English Catholic Church had really just was it?
I mean, that's pretty. I think that's just what she was fighting against.
Were the Brits trying to take over France?
Yeah, British occupation of France.
Okay.
The medieval period, man.
I don't know much about the medieval period, man.
All you need to know is that everyone died at the end due to bubonic plague.
So this is kind of a cool one. In 2003, American guitarist Rob Byrd performed a live score to the film at Burning Man.
Dude, that had to be an experience. You had to be there. You had to be on some things rolling as they played this movie. Whoa, look at these ugly motherfuckers and this lady crying. Whoa.
Dude, that's a really rough movie to watch at Burning Man.
I'm gonna fuck this mud puddle while watching this movie.
Like, dude, I don't think I could watch that movie on, like, hallucinogen. The amount of close-ups, that would, like, fuck with me.
You think a bad trip?
Yeah, I think that would fuck with me. I don't know about a bad trip. I don't know anything about doing drugs, so.
Do you think... Well, you tell me you straight up wouldn't do hallucinogens because you think you would have...
No, I do. So in my lifetime, I do wish to do hallucinogens.
Yeah.
Right now, because of medication I'm on,
Yeah.
physically I shouldn't because I'll die.
Yeah.
But I do want to do them at some point. I do want to experience that.
Yeah.
I don't think I could watch that movie on hallucinogens on any.
Because it's intense as hell.
Yeah, it's very intense.
It's got that woman gets burned alive at the end.
There's
violence. There's that a whole violent sequence towards the end, and there's all the intense close-ups throughout the movie.
I think it would really be the close-ups that would mess with me the most.
Yeah.
Just human faces.
They'd be all distorted and shit.
Yeah, and like as well as you can't understand or hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
And that would kind of fuck with me.
Couldn't pay attention to what you're supposed to be reading.
Yeah. And the words would start doing shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't believe anything you were reading, so that story could take on a whole different meaning.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it myself.
Yeah.
So the soundtrack though is there are some tracks that are just very, and I am gonna use the word piercing again, but they're very like long tones.
I mean, just click on Voices of Life if that's what you want to talk about. Right now.
Like very long, high pitched tones at certain points. It's a beautiful score, but
There's the librettos based on excerpts from a variety of ancient writings, most of it from medieval female mystics.
Huh?
The text incorporates the accusations from Joan of Arc's actual contemporary accusers. The language of this work is a mix of Latin and Middle French.
was there
What?
was there lyricism in this?
You didn't hear it?
There was singing?
There's people singing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's mostly in Latin and Middle French.
That's probably why I didn't make it out.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't make words of it.
Yeah.
So, okay. I guess that makes sense. All right.
You didn't hear all that?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. As we're reading through right now.
In the 80s, Richard Einhorn was developing a large piece on a religious subject when a friend suggested Joan of Arc as the subject.
That's a weird sentence.
While sitting through the archives at the Museum of Modern Art, he found a still from the movie The Passion of Joan of Arc. After watching the film, he set to work on the entire piece. According to a 2017 interview with Criterion Channel, Richard Einhorn visited the church where she prayed, which is still standing, located near her house. He took along a recorder and recorded the sound of the church bells. These bells are relevant to her story, as Joan said the bells triggered the voices from the angel. The bells can be heard in the original recording, as these very bells from her church, the way they would have sounded to her. The first layer is a slowed down Gregorian chant. The 1 minute chant now becomes 15 minutes. There are multiple texts then sung over the slowed down chant. This creates polyphony.
I would imagine this would be very interesting live.
Yeah. You should pay him to perform it in your apartment. To bring the whole orchestra.
Yeah.
Try to fit.
And a choir.
Yeah.
A Gregorian choir.
Yeah.
So, and this is one of the things, too. I didn't know much about Joan of Arc.
Except she was hot.
So, one of the things, like, I'm neglecting to think about is that people thought she was a loon.
Yeah, that was what he was on trial for.
Yeah.
With that and fighting against the English.
At the end of the day...
that was more that, they even more pissed about that than her thinking that guy was talking to her.
Yeah, they didn't really care about sacrilege or anything. It was more so about she was anti-British.
Yeah.
And anti the British church.
Yeah, and it was they were more pissed. They didn't care about mental health awareness like they said they did.
Part of me does sort of wonder, like, this lady, she led an army, though.
Yeah, when being mentally ill goes right, is essentially is her big case.
I guess, yeah.
She was mentally ill, though. God ain't talking to you. If somebody says that ain't happening. But, you know.
I mean, maybe. We don't know who's to say their reality is more real than ours?
I do. And so it isn't.
All right, Javon. I was going to make a personal dig at you, but I'm not. We should probably...
yeah, smart idea to talk about that on the show.
Yeah. So we should definitely talk about the cinematography because lots of great shots. Lots of, like... So I know that there was a major emphasis on the close-ups here. There was a lot of...
every pore.
Yeah.
Every mole, every zit.
Yeah. Literally.
No makeup.
No, yeah.
Nobody's wearing makeup.
Nobody was wearing makeup.
Falconetti didn't like that. Renee Falconetti, who played Joan of Arc in the film, did not like that.
That she couldn't wear makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She didn't like that, nor did she like having to cut her hair.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's especially the way they did it, because they did that for the film.
Yeah.
Like, they cut her hair on camera.
They also cut her hair into the bowl cut in the first place.
Yeah,
that wasn't her style.
The rat tail that she had.
Yeah.
So I do think that is why all these hipsters have these fucking mullets and shit now.
Yeah.
This movie. That's what I'm blaming.
Joan of Arc was the original lesbian redneck.
She was the original cottagecore. There's an argument for that. That's actually that holds some
brother.
that holds some shit. But no, it's they really made everybody look very grotesque.
Yeah. But not necessarily they just did that by telling them not to wear makeup, but having not wear makeup and going. If you get really close to somebody's face,
yeah, it gets
people
weird.
are going to look weird.
Yeah, as well as like when you have a whole bunch of old dudes.
That's why fisheye lens is so disconcerting and shit.
In a close-up to a face, yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I think of fisheye, like, my whole understanding of fisheye is skate videos.
Yeah.
So that's what I think of.
Yeah.
So, that in, like, 90s blurred logo music videos.
Yeah.
For rap songs.
Joyer often shot the priest and Joan's other interrogators in high contrast lighting, but then shot Joan in soft, even lighting. No, to make them even scarier.
Yeah.
It's high contrast, and then to make her look
More
angelic and
sympathetic.
Yeah.
Which really, like, thinking back on it, does really work. When you kind of separate the imagery on both of them, like, I didn't think about that until you read that the other day.
Yeah.
Yesterday. And then I was like, huh, that really makes sense. Because we do really get, it's like an earnest shot of her.
Yeah.
But all the... Are they priests? What did you call them a second ago? Prosecutors. All the persecutors.
Interrogators.
The interrogators.
The priest and other interrogators.
Oh, okay. The priests are very... You don't get as much detail in their face. You don't... Their backgrounds are a lot brighter.
Yeah.
Also, we definitely have to talk about the set. Like, one of my complaints about this movie, not even a complaint, I just thought it was interesting that they literally, there's like maybe like 2 scenes where what's her name? Falconetti is in the same shot as a priest or someone else.
Yeah.
For the most part, everything of her.
I mean, the movie is about her individual experience, so that's also an intentional choice.
Oh, okay.
It's about her experience of the trial.
So that kind of puts us in her sort of mindset.
That's why we're seeing the priests as grotesque as they are. That's how she's seeing them.
As well as, like, I didn't think about it, but they are sort of low angles.
Yeah.
Of the priest, you're kind of looking up at them as if you were her.
Yeah.
And in that case, like, odds are the light would probably be exactly how it was shown.
Yeah.
That's sort of one of those things, like, I guess it really speaks to it when you don't notice it.
Yeah.
When it affects you,
yeah.
But you don't notice it to put words to it. But what I was going to say was, literally, it looks like they shot most of this fucking film in front of a white background, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like, very rarely do you get glimpses of the actual set.
The set was one of the most expensive sets ever built for a movie in Europe at the time. And they used only, the producers were mad as hell that they only used such a small amount of it.
Yeah, dude, like, literally the last 2 scenes of the movie, and that's about it, is when you see the entirety of the set.
I mean, it's supposed to look like a medieval castle, and they went into detail to making it look like a medieval,
Well, lack of detail, in a way.
No, you can't go into lack of detail.
Well, because there wasn't very much detail in what they went in detail of.
I'm talking about in making the set.
Look like.
I'm not just talking about what you saw. I'm talking about in making the set, they did go into detail of making the set look like a medieval.
So is what you're saying, like, the portions of the set we probably didn't see were probably way more detailed?
Yes. No, the set is detailed. We just didn't see that much of it.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I'm basing that statement off of. Is because, like, you barely fucking see shit. Yeah. It's just a white background. Sometimes there's a cross. Sometimes you see a doorway. That's about it.
Yeah. You appreciate the medieval drawing of a chicken with a man head spitting? It would look like?
I actually, dude, we should get that tattooed. We should do little stick and pokes on our thighs.
On your...
Well, like, dude, here's what we'll do.
Yeah, we saw passionate Joan of Arc.
We'll scissor each other, and then we'll tattoo each other's thighs. We'll do stick and pokes.
All right, I'll do stick and poke. You do stick and poke on me.
Yeah.
But I'll brand you.
With the chicken thing?
Yes.
You're not going to sneak your initials in that, are you?
Huh?
You're not going to sneak your initials into that brand, are you?
Huh? Can't hear you.
You're not gonna
speak up.
You're not gonna form a cult, are you?
Huh? It was the huge set was built as one complete interconnecting structure instead of in separate locations. I bet you what Dreyer's excuse for using such a small amount of it in the movie is that the scope of the set helped heighten the actor's abilities, which I believe. Yeah.
I get
if
that.
you could place yourself in that time.
Oh, for sure.
It helps.
Your setting would help a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, imagine the religious fervor in which everyone felt everything at that time.
Yeah, I mean, like, being in a church would help you with that, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, we're talking about a time with very little documentation. There weren't photos of shit.
No.
There were really, really shitty paintings of
Yeah.
shit, you know? Like, you had no idea what it felt like back then.
Yep.
I imagine cold and sickly.
Yeah, everything was fun.
Yeah, like, I say sickly, but, like, also the air was a lot cleaner back then, so maybe not. I feel like
Everything smelled like shit, though.
oh, for sure. Well, actually, I wonder if, like, everything smelled so bad like shit, you stopped smelling shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if we were to get there, we'd be puking our brains out.
Yeah, if we went back in time, it would be disgusting.
Yeah.
We probably couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Also, I imagine
Also, I'm not sure if I got my shots for that.
era
Yeah.
for bubonic plague.
Yeah.
No, there's not a vaccine for that shit. I'm pretty sure aspirin kills that.
No, I'm pretty sure there might be. Now.
Yeah.
Because it's been,
Well,
came
yeah.
back to...
Yeah, we can cure it now.
No.
People got it recently.
Yeah,
Like
like
a couple
Africa.
years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine dying from the fucking plague with our modern technology.
Well, if your country doesn't really have, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point, yeah.
Go up real quick. I'm trying to... It was also the actress that played Joan of Arc, Renee Falconetti's second and last film role.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What was her first?
Let's see. Let's go to our page. See what was her first. Let's go up.
Oh, yeah. La Comtesse de Romiver, Summer's Eve.
Said she suffered mental illness all her life. And in 1946, she died in Buenos Aires, Argentina, of an apparent suicide by a self-imposed restrictive diet after having become significantly overweight. Damn.
That's fucked. That's such a bad way to put that. Like, she died by a self-imposed restrictive diet.
So she starved herself.
Yeah, but they're gonna call her significantly overweight.
No, it said she, after having become significantly overweight, she, like, starved herself until she died.
It's kind of like she starved... The way they're putting it is she starved herself to death because she had become significantly overweight.
Yeah, that was her reasoning.
Yeah,
like
but it's just a really rough way to put it.
I mean, I think it's a pretty succinct version
Okay.
of it.
Well, yeah, given that grave, she does look like she probably had to have been overweight.
Big ass grave,
It
big
is
girl.
a big ass grave, dog. Big ass tiny lady. Apparently in World War II she escaped from France to Switzerland and then Brazil and then went to Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires.
At least she didn't deal with no Nazis.
Yeah.
She was like, fuck this. Go up. Down there's a lot of people say that Dreyer was notoriously emotionally abusing her before, of course, of making the movie. He said notoriously demanding director who pushed her to the brink of emotional collapse. Roger Ebert said, for Falconetti, the performance was an ideal. Legends from the set tell of Dreyer forcing her to kneel painfully on stone and to wipe all expression from her face so the viewer could read suppressed or inner pain. He filmed the same shots again and again, hoping at the editing room he could find exactly the right nuance in her facial expression.
Jesus.
Though in a biographer of Dreyer, biographers of the director are kind of have a bias towards that person. Said the stories are based only on rumor and there is no evidence that Dreyer could be called a sadist. They quote onlookers who describe Dreyer's working relationship with Falconetti. Initially in the production process, Dreyer and Falconetti watched the rushes of a single scene together 7 or 8 times until Dreyer could pick out a little bit, maybe a few feet, where the effect was what they wanted, and then they reshot the scene. She could play it without the least inhibition, just those few feet of film that inspired her. Later, Falconetti became able to play scenes only from Dreyer's explanations, without the need even for rehearsal. But I don't know if he was actually abusive on set, but it did sound like he, was a director that was kind of demanding, and he was, he was let's reshoot this until we get what I'm looking for.
Also, like, I wonder if... Well, okay, so we have 2 situations here. One, she was not a screen actor.
No.
She was a theatrical actor.
Yeah.
And we also, this is 1928. This is very early film canon. This is very early in the film industry. So we're also talking about somebody being demanding in a new thing. I mean, screen acting.
It was probably 20 some years.
Maybe.
I think like film that premiered around 1900 or something.
Yeah.
So it was probably like 20 something.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a fairly new thing. This is also one of the first films to utilize such close-ups,
Yeah.
Especially of the human form. So we're talking about something that is... One, we have an artist that understands this medium and is trying to utilize it with these actors. But this is a completely sort of a new thing. So one, it's gonna be demanding, but to do that style of being demanding of as a director, to do something that demanding at this early stage of cinema,
Yeah.
there's nothing could have prepared her for that.
Yeah.
And it's
Also, she was 35 when she played Joan, who was
I saw
19.
that. But yeah, like it's a very new thing that dude was going for.
Yeah.
He was really trying to evoke this emotion from in a way nobody had ever really seen prior to. So I could definitely imagine that bordering on emotionally abusive at that point, because nobody has experience directing film at this point. You know what I'm saying?
People do.
Well, yeah, but she didn't.
She had she had no experience being in a film.
Yeah.
Except like one movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this isn't like a modern actor that's used to like the emotion we want to evoke in film at this point.
Yeah, she also was a stage actress who starred in mainly comedies.
Oh yeah, and also like in terms of like stage acting, you didn't have fucking close-ups.
No.
Your facial expression barely mattered.
Yeah.
You just smiled or whatever. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't fucking know anything about theater. Fascinating film.
You overact in on stage.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense. You just go full on.
So you can reach to the back of the theater, especially in a comedy.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know.
All right, go back.
I was gonna say, yo, we should watch one of those plays she was in, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. I kind of want to take a gander at the set.
Huh?
I want to see what the set looks like.
I mean, if there is pictures,
I'm sure there are pictures.
All right, we're looking at the set. These are the miniatures they have.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's so many really good screen caps from this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Midsummer.
Yeah, you said this shot.
The shot with the crown on her head.
Yeah.
When they're making fun of her at first and, like, they poke her with an arrow and shit. Midsummer's very reminiscent of this. Those shots of the main character at the end.
Wearing the flower crown.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's intentional. I have no idea. I know he's a film nerd, like Ari Aster, but I don't know if that's intentional.
You know, this seems like one of the things that it could have been influenced by someone who was influenced by that shot.
Yeah.
Like it could be a couple shots or a couple steps removed, you know?
Yeah. This is I guess this is either one of the actors that's in the film in another movie.
Or the play.
Or a play.
Yeah. Right now I'm just scrolling through this shit. Also, man, did you know that Joan of Arc's biggest hit was written by Prince?
That was good.
Yeah, that's a layered one.
You're just saying she looks like.
Yeah. Dude, actually, think
so
about
many layers.
Think about that music video. Think that music video was influenced by this movie?
Nah.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was just a haircut at the time, and just like a single shot of focus on her face.
All right. Yeah.
You can look it up. Go back.
You want me to?
All right.
I kind of do feel like Sinead O'Connor would have some Joan of Arc.
Didn't she change her name recently? Because she's a Muslim or something?
She changed it. It's now. She took Mos Def's name.
Sinead Snoop Lion. That's nice.
I knew it would come up. She's still bald.
Yeah.
She just maintained bald?
Yes.
No shit. I didn't know that. It doesn't look like it.
No, go to her Wikipedia. Yes, it says right there she changed it to
Trishada Sadaqua?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, no. Changed her name to Magda David.
And after converting to Islam in 2018, she changed the Trishada Sadaqua.
Oh, she changed it twice.
Yeah.
Huh. You think that in 2017 when she changed it to Magda, she was like, oh, no, I shouldn't do that because that's so close to Magda?
No. She's Irish. What the fuck would she give a shit about that?
Didn't she, Oh, no, she burned the Bible. That's what she did, right?
No, she ripped up a picture of the Pope.
Oh, okay.
Man, what is your interpretation?
Dude, I kept getting it confused. I thought she was more edgy. I couldn't remember if she wiped her ass with the American flag or if that was Marilyn Manson.
It was Marilyn Manson.
Oh.
She was not doing it to be edgy. She was doing it because that guy, probably that Pope protected pedophiles or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, that was in the 90s.
Marilyn Manson wiped his ass with a flag to be edgy.
Yeah, that was his whole thing, man.
Yeah.
It was just edgelord.
It was
shit.
shocking. And also, like, directly telling those two guys to shoot up their school.
Them specifically.
Yeah, like if you listen to one of his albums backwards, it says Dylan in the other one.
Kyle.
What?
Kyle.
Are you sure? Are you sure his name is Kyle?
I'm not sure.
He was making that up.
Did you know one of their names was Dylan?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Why you know so much about Columbine, Joan?
Yeah, because I did it. What's your point?
Are you one of those weird stans of the Columbine kids?
No, I just know these things.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah.
People like romanticize.
Got a crush on them?
Yeah. Dude, I feel like we may have talked about this on the show at some point, but you know there was a third dude who like went to school late that day?
There was Shemp, Curly, and Mo.
Who? Who was the first one?
Shemp. You know Shemp from Three Stooges?
Is that the...
It's a brother of theirs. He replaced Curly after he quit.
I didn't realize that.
Eric and Dylan. Yeah, Eric, Harris, and Dylan Claiborne.
Did you really really know his name was Dylan, or did you just take a stab at it and we're right?
No, I knew his name was Dylan. I knew one of them's name was Dylan.
Because of course.
Huh?
Because of course.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh man, every Dylan you know is dreamt about shooting up a school.
Damn. How many people did they stab though?
Oh, they stabbed people?
They had 4 knives. So they listed all their weapons on the Wikipedia page. So they had 99 explosives and 4 knives.
Wait, when they say explosives, are they also talking about guns?
What? No.
How the fuck they have 99 explosives? Were their cargo shorts just filled with M80s?
They had them. I don't know.
Okay, I know this is off
Banned
topic.
cargo shorts from high schools.
Yeah, seriously.
They're dangerous to my eyes.
You know, at a certain point, they did ban, like, really baggy clothes because
Yeah.
of Columbine and shit. You can fit, like, a whole-ass shotgun in your pants if you're smart.
I wear a trench coat and cargo shorts to school.
Turn your hat backwards. Just say I'm a big Kevin Smith
I'm
fan.
wearing a fedora now.
You know, part of me is glad that that those kinds of kids have really bad fashion taste, because now we have a way to, like, point them out in the crowd.
No, dude, you're just saying, like, make fun of these kids. It's
Yeah,
like,
bully them until they shoot the school up, dude.
essentially what you're
Give
saying.
them a reason. They're gonna do it anyway. No,
These kids are bad apples.
we gotta turn them into worse apples. I was gonna say, it's kind of crazy how we're talking about such a classic film and then we've reverted back to Columbine. How many times have we...
How do we connect it to Columbine?
We have talked about Columbine a lot in our days of knowing each other.
Have we though?
Yeah.
We're talking about pretty much everything.
Well, yeah, but like, remember the time we were out and we talked to those dudes about Columbine? Because they
No.
were alive during it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I made an inappropriate joke or something.
Yeah, you made a fucking school shooter joke, and then we went on this that dude apparently knew a kid that shot up a school.
Yeah.
He knew a kid that shot up a school. He wasn't at that school.
Yeah,
that
he
day.
shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have known that kid. That's not on me.
That was a weird situation. And then I watched that same 30-year-old man hit on a girl that was 2 years behind me in high school.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't. He bought him a drink or something. It was low key.
Yeah.
Still kind of gross when you think about the age, because I knew the girl was young,
Yeah.
but I knew the girl, so
I don't really give a shit.
yeah. If you hang out at bars long enough, you'll see some gross shit. That's how they go.
All right.
So Joan of Arc was actually, I didn't realize this. She was
Joan of
born,
Arc was Sinead O'Connor.
She was born in Glenross, Ireland.
Yeah.
Don't ask me anything about that movie or book beyond the name. You're lucky you got the name joke out of me.
What's the plot? What's their jobs in the movie?
So John Green is
John and Hank Green.
yeah. Didn't he write a book?
Huh?
Didn't he write a book?
John or Hank? Which one?
Didn't he write
Yeah.
something like Glengarry Glen Ross,
No,
right?
no.
He wrote something that was
No.
relative to it?
No, pretty sure all he's writing is like teen romances.
I thought he wrote a movie
Like
that
young adult fiction about teenagers or whatever.
I don't know.
About romance between teenagers.
yeah, and Manic Pixie Dream Girl shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Girls that he wished he knew in high school shit. What?
an abundance of those
An
girls.
abundance of, yeah.
Those girls named Catherine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, while he's listening to Mountain Goats.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. How old is he? Look up Hank Green's age.
wait, it's John Green that wrote the book.
I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure it's Hank.
No, Hank is the cooler one.
He's not cool. Neither of them are cool. What are you talking about?
Dude, Hank's the cooler one. This is John Green.
He's not cool.
Hank Green's way cooler.
No, he isn't. Just because he plays guitar does not make him cool. They're nerds.
Yeah.
Look at them.
So, Hank Green's 40, John Green's 43. I always thought Hank was the older
I
one.
thought he was the. I thought John was the other one.
Really? I thought Hank was the older one. Huh.
Stop. Why do you think he's cool? Now explain why you think either of these guys are cool.
Okay. Hank Green is the cooler one. I'm not saying he's
No,
necessarily
explain
cool.
why you think he's cooler.
He's the more interesting one.
Why?
So Hank does science. He doesn't write lame ass books.
Wow.
Hank does actual science.
Okay.
I think that's cool.
Do you think he's a mad scientist or some shit?
No, I just think that's cooler than writing some lame ass books.
No, I think nerds are nerds.
All right, Javon.
No such thing.
Here we are bullying nerds while we're talking about a movie from 1928.
No, go back to John. Go back to John Green. I want to see how old he
He's
is.
40.
No, click
30.
on his thing. See when he get in the mountain goats. Just say that anywhere.
Huh, he double majored in English and religious studies.
That makes sense. Go down. Is he one of the annoying? The young adult fiction is an annoying world filled with annoying people. I don't know if he's one of the annoying ones.
I would say so. Nothing about mountain goats, man.
Right.
Also, I don't believe that a show on YouTube should be in your filmography.
Well, it's the thing he's known for. So.
Oh, it's Will Grayson. That's what it is. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, it's just a title.
Yeah. Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, Will Grayson.
Mary Hart.
Oh yeah, I don't even get that one.
That was a show from the 70s.
Dog, they chose the worst fucking photo of him for his Wikipedia.
Is there a good photo of a middle-aged nerd?
A dead one?
Yeah.
A dead photo?
There's no good. The only good type of nerd is a dead nerd.
Especially if those nerds are nerds in criminal justice. Actually, no, we need more than not. Okay.
Alright. So stay awesome, vlog, bro.
Dude, can we talk about this? Because I'm kind of interested in this. In 81, a film print of Dreyer's final cut of the film was finally discovered in a fucking mental institution in Oslo, Norway.
Yeah.
Which is wild, right?
Yeah, that's weird. Click on the rediscover your original version. The original version was lost for decades after a fire destroyed the master negative, and only variations of Dreyer's second version were available. In 1981, an employee of the Dijkmark Hospital Mental Institution in Oslo found several film canisters in a janitor's closet.
Yo, so
some creepy janitor at a mental hospital.
So that chicken human face thing is now, from here on, is known as the Dijkmark. Also, dude, you know what that reminded me of?
What?
Now I'm thinking about it. I couldn't put words to it. That chicken thing reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
That's weird. Weird that you had that same, you agree with me on that. Okay. Found several film canisters in a janitor's closet that were labeled as being the Passion of Joan of Arc. Canisters were sent to the Norwegian Film Institute, stored for 3 years until finally being examined. Original cut prior to government or church censorship.
It's a good thing they found, out of all the things to find in the janitor's closet, in the creepy janitor's closet, you found a movie correctly labeled as the thing it is, and not just a label for child pornography.
Dude, that's wild, man.
Yeah.
Especially I guess in Denmark it would make sense.
What a crazy coincidence. When you find something in a mental institution, you call that a crazy coincidence.
So I can't imagine how it got there.
Yeah.
You think it was just in some library and it just got donated over the years?
Who knows?
Also, how the fuck? Oh, yeah, a janitor found it. Or an employee found it. Huh.
Yeah, just an employee at the hospital didn't say the janitor. Said it was in the janitor's closet.
Maybe the janitor was a film
somebody
nerd.
had been using it to wipe their ass or something.
Maybe the janitor was a film nerd.
Yeah, maybe. Just a big Dreyer fan.
Yeah.
Dreyer.
It would also make sense for a mental institution to have like a reel-to-reel, or not a reel-to-reel, but a film projector. As well.
Yeah.
So maybe he was just a film buff and he used his downtime.
I think
as a janitor.
They showed it to to warn people at the hospital.
To not say they hear things from God.
Yeah, just remember we'll
what
burn
you
you.
did to turn him?
This could be you. Keep playing.
Dude. Yo, real quick.
What?
I know this is our introduction into you teaching me about film canon. Are we gonna watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, if you want to do that, that can be a movie.
Never read the book.
Yeah.
I have a copy of the book, actually. My dad has it.
Yeah.
My dad likes that movie a lot.
Yeah. Is it earmarked? Does he lick his fingers while reading it?
You mean dog-eared?
Yeah.
Earmarked?
Whatever.
It's when you rub your ear on your book.
Yeah. It stinks like the back of your ear. It's when you when you rub the book all in your back of the ear so you can get that back of the ear smell forever. Just forever, that smell just imprinted on it.
In print.
That's that's a really this is my book. Do not touch my book. I'll make it smell like the worst smell in the human body, which is the back of the ear.
I don't think that's the worst smell of the human body.
It's sweaty ball. It's like underneath the ball sack.
I don't even think that, man. I think poop stinks pretty bad.
Nah.
Poop is supposed to be offensive.
Yeah, I know.
To the human psyche.
I know.
So we don't eat it.
Yeah. Oh, really? Word?
I mean, that's like the idea. I mean, who knows?
Who said God? Who told you that?
Science.
God tell you that?
Hank Green taught me that. On a crash course of poop.
Crash course poop. Hi, Hank. Oh, hi, John.
I forgot they did that.
They still do that? I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
Do they say, hey, nerd fighters, or is it...
Nerd Fighteria?
Yeah.
DFTBA Nerd Fighteria. Link in the doobly-doo.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Dude, I'm sorry. The nerd... The Vlog Brothers provision, squadron joke from... there's some, veteran dude on TikTok who's like an obnoxious prick, and he's annoying as hell.
Oh, you mean a veteran?
Yeah.
Just a normal
No,
one?
but he's got weird theater kid energy, just weird, overly energetic nerd energy. And somebody...
Oh, you mean a veteran?
They were making... they were making fun of him on Twitter, and somebody said he's part of the Vlog Brothers squadron. And I can't get that out of my head. It makes me laugh so hard.
They did used to do a thing that involved like doing the what's this called?
Vulcan.
The Vulcan thing.
Yeah.
And they were like or some shit like that.
Yeah. That's how you know they're part of the squad if they do that.
That's their gang sign.
Yeah.
You cross your arms while doing.
They're the most morally bankrupt in the entire U.S. military. That's why they know to avoid them. If you see them coming, you better get inside. Even that might not protect you. They'll still charge you.
They're like a Dylan or an Eric.
They're mad that they get girls in high school, so they're gonna take it out on any civilian. It's truly like Vietnam War level of just evil in these soldiers. Oh man, like they have the most dangerous soldier. He's American Psycho.
Yeah.
But he learned all his skills from watching Crash Course.
They do have a history.
Huh?
They do have a History Channel thing.
Yeah.
Or a history crash course.
Yeah. But you think of often called one of the greatest performances in film history, Renee's performance as Joan of Arc.
It was a great performance. I think the whole film was great. I think the film in the manner that we watched it, the score that we watched it accompanied by was great.
Yeah.
I honestly I kind of wish I didn't know that there wasn't an original score to it. I think it would ease my mind a little more.
Thinking that's the score that you love so much was part of it?
Yeah.
Always?
Yeah. I think that... So I'm kind of interested in watching another cut, like with a different score. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if there is a cut. Well, maybe.
There's bound to be.
Maybe on HBO Max. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that's actually what we should do, yeah.
Alright? I don't know if we're doing that. It's been on the Sight and Sound magazine's list of multiple times. Top 10 films poll 5 times. Number 7 in 1952 and 1972. Number 10 in critics list and 6 directors list in 1992. And it's number 9 in the 2012 list.
So I don't know. This is actually a general question about silent film. In like film nerd Discord, is there like an area of film nerd where it's like watching silent films in silence? Is that a thing?
I think there has to be some people like that, but you don't have to watch it like because they weren't shown that way.
Well, yeah, but also is there an argument for watching it that way?
I don't think it's a great argument. It depends on the movie.
Okay.
Unless that the director said you have to watch this in silence.
Oh yeah.
It's fine to watch it with music.
Well, like my question is like, do you think that watching this movie in silence would change your aspect of it?
Maybe.
Or change your idea of it, I guess.
Maybe. You could just like watch it and mute it.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering too. Like,
yeah.
I wonder if it's as good.
Yeah.
What
if there should be a version of this movie with Bow Chicka Wow Wow music?
Just porn dub.
Yeah. That's all these weird priest kink burning women and stuff.
Honestly, dude, if we could buy the rights to like some silent films, we should definitely do that. That would be, dude, we could sell those shits on bootleg DVDs.
Fucked up, but
it'd be tight though, right? Like, imagine you put that on, impress all the film shotties, you know?
Film shotty?
Yeah.
The film host?
Yeah, film host. Film school host. Which no, they just want to get finger banged to Quentin Tarantino.
No, that's Film Bros. Film Bros want to get finger banged.
They try to get pegged to Django Unchained. Which is the worst. That's one of the worst Tarantino movies to get pegged to.
Yeah.
It goes on forever. That's a long-ass movie.
Well, actually, he's made a lot of long-ass movies.
If you're going to get pegged to any Quentin Tarantino film, it should be Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Because that one's short.
It's pretty gay as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's not really a woman in that, is there? There's not really a woman in that, is
no.
there? So, has there been any... Do you know of any movies or any scenes of movies or anything that's been directly influenced by this? Like, where somebody has taken direct inspiration from this?
Probably referencing a bunch of things. So now, I imagine, I don't know, like... Oh, okay. Because I was looking for him the entire movie.
Who?
Sorry, the notes. Michelle Simon.
Where do you see that?
Right there in the notes. Yeah, he's known for other a bunch of French movies from the 30s that he starred in. I've seen him in other French movies, and I was looking for him in this movie.
Oh,
but he's apparently only visible for like 2 brief moments.
Oh,
so that's why I couldn't find him.
Interesting.
Not really on screen long.
Did you know he was in it?
Huh?
Did you know he was in it
Before reading the Wikipedia page?
Yeah.
No.
But you knew it when we watched it last night.
That he was in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere. Didn't know. Still never found him.
Should we?
But he's gonna be in a movie you're gonna watch pretty soon, so it's good.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. It's just interesting. There are a lot of fucking indie bands.
Yeah.
That did.
What indie band do you wish had done a score for this?
Define indie.
I don't know what you mean. Just like independent music, alternative music.
Okay. Honestly,
Demi Lovato. Yes.
I was gonna say Dinosaur Jr. I'd like to see what they would do with this movie.
Yeah.
Be a bunch of
Yeah. What about the Dead Milk?
No, they would. That'd be rough. Actually, I couldn't sit through that. That'd be annoying as shit.
They Might Be Giants.
I think Future should do it. All those close-ups, you can just imagine it's underwater.
He's just saying sexist shit the entire time.
Yeah. And then he's gonna ask Joan why.
I would cheat on this bitch and then I burn her.
That's actually Lil Uzi.
He's just saying, burn that bitch, burn that bitch, burn that bitch. The entire movie.
That's what that new Lil Uzi Future collab's about. Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc.
Honestly, I think it would be interesting if if Young Thug did this fucking movie. Like just nonsense.
Fuck Joan of Arc in the ass. Yeah. God, these niggas ugly. Talking about the priest.
Hold up.
This nigga's face got raisins all over it.
I fucked this bitch at the steak. She sucked my dick till I shake. Some shit like that. You gotta say it like Young Thug though. I fucked the bitch at the steak. She sucked my dick till I shake. Man, that's all that. Apparently I have a pretty good young Thug.
So we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
This has been 2004 Kino Cinema Club.
What's Kino?
It's like a term for.
Whenever I think of Kino, I think of Kentucky has a lottery thing where the money goes to interstate students' tuitions.
The highest tier of artistry in motion pictures.
Ah, Kino.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why everybody's doing that diet to get skinny so they can be in Hollywood.
What?
You know the Kino diet.
Oh.
Going keto? Kino? Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. Never mind. Damn. All right, 2004. Joan of Arc. Passion of the Joan of Arc.
Yeah. La passion de Joan.
You sound like Patrick.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to see Patrick do a score for this movie.
I want to see Patrick as Joan of Arc.
No, I'm Patrick. This has been 2004, A Podcast Odyssey. Bye-bye.